You need work? Talk with the Mariner. Lord knows she's always carrying on about something.
Guns, guns, and more guns.
Mainlander, I got one last idea. Crazier than a box of rat roaches, but that hasn't stopped you before. Hull's got plenty of stopping power now. But if a Mirelurk Queen went for a frontal assault...
How are you doing? Are you feeling well?
For the love of... This is why I didn't want to tell no one. I ain't some porcelain doll, Mainlander. I plan on going down fighting. So can we talk about the damn job?
Has a queen ever attacked here?
Well, not yet. But I'm telling you, the island's bubbling over with menace. Only a matter of time, I reckon.
I'm not sure anything could stop a queen on a rampage.
Might be right, that. But I had an idea. Thicker walls can beat the whole mass velocity force issue. But the bigger problem is acid. Only thing I've ever seen survive a queen's acid are other Mirelurks. The Mirelurks on our islands have carapaces that are extra tough. So you gather up a bunch of the carapaces and lug them back here. Then I'll reinforce the town as best as I'm able.
Where's a good hunting spot for Mirelurks?
Crabs are crawling all over the island along the coast. But you might want to check around Haddock Cove.
Far Harbor really owes you for all this.
Yes and no. It's my dock people are squatting on. So I got a personal stake in it. Good luck.
That was refreshing.
Got it.
Now you got my attention. Best to grab it now while you can.
Into the breach we go!
Exercise, man. Eyes and stop.
George done for. That all you got? Got something for you. Now you got my attention. be me.
Making a machine that looks like a man. If that ain't madness, I don't know what is.
Ah, son of a bitch!
Someone or something else here. Careful. What were you thinking jumping off that?
Anyone coming for miles. Underwater goddamn fish monster. I just hope. Oh, God, no. Oh, it found me. No, no, no. You get there. Get away from me. Oh, God! Is this thing still recording? You've got to be kidding me! All right, new announcement. So listen. Whoa! Luke, what are you doing in here? I'm making my next tape here.
Boss, Braun's off in his bunk whimpering about something. Says he saw something peering up at him from under the baseboards.
Are you kidding me? He's a grown man, for God's sake. He's too old to be jumping at the boogeyman.
Maybe, but he's refusing to do his chores. On top of that, Rowan keeps hiding in the water and jumping out at him. Scares him half to death.
Fine. Go round up those chuckleheads. I'll have a talk with them. This place will fall apart without me, I swear. Oh, for crying out loud. This thing is still recording. Look, how the hell do you make this thing stop?
Big red button. Mark, stop recording.
I knew that. Okay, lunkheads, listen up. These here are the chores for the month. Only making one of these, so pass it around. And no, I will not be changing my mind again. So stop asking, Braun. Luke, you're in charge of fishing, cleaning fish, and cooking fish. Just about anything to do with fish. That's your job, okay? Rowan, you're on building and repairs. Seems like some of the baseboards keep getting loose or torn up. I'm not sure what's getting them, but fix it. Braun, You've got brush removal again. You've got to clear our line of sights. And yes, you may have to work at night, you big baby. I don't care what you hear. I pulled day guard duty again. We'll swap around at night, same as last month. And you, Braun, don't even start whining. That's it. You don't like it? Tough. This is how we get things done around here. Wait, is this thing still on? Damn it! Is it this button? No, of course not. I swear, I'm gonna throw this thing in the water! Huh? Hello? Luke, is this thing on?
Yeah, boss. We're rolling.
All right, good. Now get back to work. I can take it from here. This here is Gray Husky, leader of the Husky family, rightful owner of the land previously known as Haddock Cove. These here tapes are mine. We've torn enough scrap wood and metal from the nearby houses to build an outpost on the water. Really make a go of it here. We built this thing big and tall enough to be able to see patterns coming from a good distance off. No one will be able to catch us with our pants down. Gray Husky, signing off. Shit, Luke, how the hell do you turn this thing off? There's a million buttons on this stupid thing. Screw it, and I'm just gonna unplug it.
Cutting carapaces is a dirty job. The pay will be worth it.
I got your Mirelurk carapaces.
Finally, it's done. Everything that can be welded, duct taped, or superglued to the damn docks, all there. Listen, I'm sorry for chewing your head off about asking about my condition. Not used to talking about any of this. The whole island's falling apart. So many dead from the fog, the crabs, or whatever. And I just keep wondering how many good weeks I have left. 3, 4, 2.
Are you in any pain?
Doc's given me something to treat most of the symptoms. Having a hard time keeping everything down, though. My energy level's not quite what it used to be, and it's only gonna get worse.
You should treasure every minute. Leave it all on the table.
It's hard. Things that used to bring me joy taste like ash. I remember the way things were. Before the news, I was powerful close to tossing the whole lot off my docks. But afterward, there weren't no point in defending my land. Let 'em come, I guess. And now watching them all squabble instead of lending a hand? Hell, a single finger to help. Don't they realize that all the bickering, for just a little bit more, is a waste of breath?
Isn't there some way we can make things better?
Figured I'd bequeath my land to everyone. I think we've lived alone on this island too long. With some common land, maybe a real community can be formed. Even if they have to be drug into it.
When times get tough, a community should come together.
I used to think the captain was an idealistic fool. But on this side of the road, after I get the carapaces installed, there's one last thing I want to do. You've been a real friend through this. If you're willing to see it to the end, well, gotta get to work.
Hey.
Yeah? What you got for me, Captain?
Your thoughts?
Sure you want to be out and about in the dark, Captain?
That was it.
Right then.
Shouldn't take too long to work the carapaces into the harbor.
Avery.
It's hard to believe before you came here, all hope seemed lost. But now we've taken back homesteads. People are finally coming together. And all of it, it's all because of you.
I just wanted to help my friends.
We don't deserve you. Sincerely. My people are so mired with their own concerns, I don't think they even realize that you saved us. All of us. Anything I give you or do for you, it just isn't enough. But take this, and thank you.
Captain.
I hope the harbor's being good to you. At this point, I'd settle if folks were just plain civil.
You know of anyone that could use some help?
Maybe ask Mitch at the last plank. Some people at the end of the docks might need help too. Everyone calls them the dregs.
What's there to do in town?
Brooks sells general goods. Teddy Wright's in back of his shop, and he can patch you up if you need it. Besides that, the last plank's a popular stop for booze and what have you. And lastly, well, if you need a gun, see Alan Lee.
What's the history of this place?
Well, this whole dock used to belong to the Mariner, when the fog started getting thicker. Family by family, homestead by homestead, people were kicked out of their homes inland. The Mariner was kind enough to let people stay. The harbor just kind of grew out of that charity.
I have to go.
Be well.
Protect your loved ones with my fine hand cannons.
Food in front?
With ordnance
Docking
like
back.
that,
The
why
bait
you
shop.
wiped out those crabs.
Psst. Looking for a bargain? You here for doctoring?
I don't need anything.
Lucky you.
Just so you know, mainlanders don't last long here.
Don't talk to Bertha. She's crazy.
Hi there.
The Lees sell guns, over by the tourist shop.
Bait shop.
Institute treats synths like tools, tossed away without a thought. Never did understand why the hell they programmed us to feel pain.
Nick,
Time to hit the road?
let's head out.
Well, all right.
There's ammo and souvenirs. Get them while they're in stock.
Hello there. Are you that detective I've heard about?
Who said I was a detective?
Mayor Avery said that someone new had arrived on the island, investigating a missing person. That must be you.
Seems word travels fast around here.
I haven't been able to find any of the local police force. The louts? I don't want to start a panic, but, well, we may have a murder on our hands, and we need an outside set of eyes.
Where did the crime take place?
At the Cliff's Edge Hotel, just north of the town. Will you help us solve this heinous crime?
Who's the victim?
Well, we want to keep this out of the tabloids, but it's Ezra Parker, the financier of the hotel. Will you help us? There may still be a murderer at large.
Who are your employers?
I shouldn't say out here in the open, but my employers are quite wealthy, as are the other patrons of the hotel. Please, you must help us. Every moment we wait, our residents are at risk.
Okay, I'll help.
Oh, thank goodness. Shall I guide you to the Cliff's Edge Hotel now?
Yeah, let's go.
Let's be off then.
Too many folks these days count on violence to solve their problems. You only have to look around to see where that got us.
Looks like it isn't just the police who have been lax lately. The island's building inspector ought to be fired.
Someone's coming. The hotel staff really needs to do something about the lobby. I should warn you, some of the other hotel guests are a bit, rowdy. I was forced to defend myself when a few became a bit handsy, shall we say. The registered patrons are in a more exclusive area of the hotel, though, and do not associate with this sort of rabble. Shall we be off?
What do you mean the other patrons are rowdy?
I had not been in this part of the hotel for some time. Perhaps there is some sort of sporting event that has them agitated. Several of them tried to grab me and, well, their clothing was certainly not suitable for polite company. Shall we be off?
Yeah,
Let's go.
Very good. This way. Trapped. The they seem to be out of order. Take them.
Not exactly subtle, pal. Wow.
Nice.
Didn't want it opened. They should have bought a better lock, huh? But nothing. There you go! Anyone you walk away from. go! Damn! You're playing with the wrong stick. Won't be bothering anybody now. So long. Coast looks clear.
Yes.
Really want this? And that's how they put Nick together again. A lot of people out here could use a hand. Wandered into College Square on my own once. Never seen so many ghouls in one place.
This elevator leads to the exclusive area of the hotel. You should feel quite privileged that they will be allowing you in. After you, the elevator is right there.
Hey.
I'm all...
You need to speak to Maxwell. Go ahead and activate the control panel there.
Well, well. This place just got a little more interesting.
Greetings! Welcome to Vault 118. Your home away from home, underground. Are you the detective we sent for?
It's me, Pearl. I've returned with the investigator.
Let me just get the door for you.
Heads up.
Do something for you, all right? You need something?
Your thoughts?
Should we get a move on?
That's all.
Got it.
Go ahead, Detective.
Well, it's about time the police sent someone out to investigate. We have many important residents, and they're very worried.
What happened? Who died?
It's Mr. Parker, the primary owner and financier for the hotel. This is just a disaster. Have a look at the crime scene for clues. And when you're ready, we can discuss your findings.
Sounds like trouble.
You are free to question the residents, but their safety is our priority. So unless you have solid evidence, I would avoid accusations.
What the hell do you think you're doing? This is a crime scene.
Do you not see it? The glory of the thing, the artistry.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Excuse me?
Ezra, you have outdone yourself. This is your finest work. There is more emotion in his death
You say the
than
word.
most have had in their entire lives.
Our friend is dead, Mr. Avita. Have you no respect?
I'm just saying that at least he had the decency to make a spectacle of it. There is nothing worse
Please,
than
if I
your
may,
death.
That's
if
what
I
this
could
is to
just
you?
have your attention.
You're sick.
I'm sorry for shouting. But the detective has arrived and shall begin the investigation henceforth. Please return to your rooms until the detective has examined the crime scene and had a chance to come speak with you.
Well. If it isn't the long arm of the law, tell me, are you a devotee of the arts? Does that cruel muse call you to her entrapping bosom?
Can we talk about the murder?
There will be plenty of time for that. We have more important matters to attend to. Come with me.
Is this blood?
Hello again, detective.
I guess someone
Was there
wasn't a
anything
fan
else?
of robo-brains. At least not this
Your
one.
residents are robots.
Not robots, detective. Well, not exactly, anyway. I believe the term they use is robo-brain. Back before the war, the residents decided the best way to wait it out was to put their brains inside robotic chassis. Was there anything else?
Tell me about the victim.
Mr. Ezra Parker was the primary owner and financier for the hotel. He had vast experience managing venture projects around the world. It was his idea to have our premier clients become investors in the vault section of the hotel. He worked with Vault Tech to have this built to their every specification. Was there anything else?
I'm not sure where I should start.
I suppose you should try to figure out how he died, and then who had the means and motive to kill him. Once you have enough evidence, then I suppose you'll need to confront the killer. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here, should you need me.
Looks like the brain enclosure was smashed. There we go. A baseball bat? What is this doing here? Red paint?
Hello again, detective. Was there anything else?
I found the murder weapon.
Oh no. That's the bat from Mr. McKinney's movie. You don't think he could be involved, do you? I can't imagine him ever doing such a thing. Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here, should you need me.
should do it, huh? He deserved better than that.
You think I'm stupid? I saw the way he looked at you. You gonna tell me that's nothing?
It wasn't like that. We were friends. He helped me out of a tight spot or two is all.
I couldn't stand by like some pasty-faced Percy while he put the moves on my best girl.
But now the law is on our tail. What are we going to do?
Come away with me. Let's leave this dark hole of a city behind. We can be in Buenos Aires by tomorrow.
Oh, I want to believe you, I do, but they'll never let us go.
Then we'll make our stand here. I've got a gun for each of us.
No. The line is, then we'll make our stand here. 2 lovers together with a bullet for each of them.
God. Why can't I ever get that line? Forget it. I can't do this right now.
Fine. I'm going to the beach. Well now, if it isn't the brave detective. I haven't seen someone with a body like that in far too long.
Can we talk about the murder?
Oh, boo, you're no fun. I suppose we can talk about the case, unless you'd rather hear some stories from my acting career.
All right.
Did you know they were thinking of making a TV show of the Silver Shroud? Between you and me, Keith's agent had an inside track to get him the role. Did you need something else?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Well, it is a bit strange how obsessed Santiago has been with the murder. I mean, he's always been a bit obsessive, though. He did a whole series of paintings of me, hundreds, said I was his muse. It was flattering for a while, but the man is a bit much, even for me. Did you need something else?
Tell me about yourself.
My favorite subject. Simply put, darling, I'm the greatest actress in the world. When this international scuffle blows over, I shall return to the silver screen and lead the world to a new golden age of cinema. Did you need something else?
I found Keith's baseball bat at the scene of the murder. Any thoughts on how it got there?
I don't know, Detective. I can't really imagine Keith killing Ezra. Did you need something else?
What were you and Keith talking about when I came in?
Oh, that? We were rehearsing. Gotta stay sharp if we're going to rebuild Hollywood. But Keith always gets flustered when he's upset. Did you need something else?
Maybe later.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
Hello, Detective. How can I help? Did you have questions about the case?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
It's obviously Santiago. He keeps going back to look at the crime scene.
I found your baseball bat at the crime scene. Care to explain how it got there?
Someone is clearly trying to frame me for the murder. It's probably Santiago. You saw him skulking around the crime scene.
What were you and Gilda talking about when I walked in?
Oh, we were just rehearsing a scene. Nothing to worry about.
I think you're the murderer. The brain enclosure was smashed in, and your bat was at the scene of the crime.
What? That makes no sense at all. What motive would I possibly have to kill Ezra?
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be you.
I would never harm Ezra, Detective. I was in love with him.
Tell me about yourself.
We went over this before, Detective. There's no motive.
Maybe... Tell me about you and Ezra.
Oh, God, I don't know. When we first met him, he was just so mysterious and exciting. It seemed like he had been everywhere and done everything. I convinced Gilda that we should invest in the hotel so I could stay close to him. But he never seemed to realize how I felt. I mean, we spent time together. Going hunting, having drinks, talking about his plans for the hotel. He must have known, but he never said anything. Do you have any idea what it's like to pine for someone for 200 years, Detective?
Maybe later.
Okay. Just let me know how I can help.
Heads up. Look alive. Hey,
Why?
Valentine.
Anything I can help with?
Your thoughts?
Sorry. You say something? Get flashes from old Nick's life every now and then. Guy sure spent...
Nothing else for now.
All right. Must have cost a fortune to build a place like this.
Protect and serve.
Hello again, Detective. Come with me. Tell me, what does this piece say to you?
It's about composition, the balance of colors and emotions, and the struggle to maintain internal order.
Indeed. This was the last piece I did in a series of portraits of Gilda. Number 1378. Her emotional landscape is superimposed on the portrait. The reality of the subject is distorted as the ego attempts to project itself. This way. Tell me, what does this one say to you?
It's the war. Bombs from every direction, no up or down, the world turned on its head.
I suppose in a way it must be. Art shapes the world, and the world shapes art in return. All art must therefore be constantly reborn, through the lens of contextual and historic interpretation. We must ascend. And what about this one? And please be honest, for art without honesty is just politics.
This is bullshit. You're talking out your ass and wasting my time.
Got it in one. Truth be told, this is my best-selling piece. I did this series under a pseudonym, of course. This series has made more money than any of my serious works. And I did the whole thing as a lark. What does that tell you about the value of art to the common man, huh? Ah, my fellow connoisseur of the art. Here to see my latest work?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across the hotel.
I found red paint at the crime scene. Know anything about that?
No, actually. Ezra borrowed my last can, and now I can't find it.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, Detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can, with the time that I have.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature, Detective. Do you not see the joie de vivre within her? I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously, who lives so in the moment. I must admit I was quite smitten with her for a time.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty, not that brute actor.
I think you're the murderer. You used Keith's bat to frame him, and left a trail of paint so we would find it.
Oh, and what motive would I have to kill our dear Ezra?
You're still in love with Gilda, and you wanted Keith out of the picture.
Just like my critics, always willing to paint passion as madness. I see you have made up your mind. I am not going down without a fight.
Welcome to your last stand.
Commencing lawful use of deadly force. Please clear the area until order has been restored.
Good.
Protect and serve.
I found the killer. It was Santiago.
That's just terrible. I can't believe it. And after all this time. Thank you for your assistance, Detective. The residents pooled this to pay for your services.
Look alive.
There's something you need? Something to get off your chest?
Your thoughts?
All these vaults run together for you, too?
That's all.
Well, all right.
My fellow connoisseur of the art, here to see my latest work.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
The person you should be looking at is Juliana Riggs. That Philistine would not know art from her own excrement. She and Ezra had a rather dramatic fight recently. You could hear her banshee screeches all the way across.
What were Juliana and Ezra arguing about?
I don't know. I was painting at the time and I was trying to block it out. Though I bet Gilda probably heard them. Maybe you should check with her.
I found red paint at the crime scene. Know anything about that?
No, actually. Ezra borrowed my last can, and now I can't find it.
I think you should explain why you keep returning to the crime scene.
It's for inspiration, Detective. The others do not like to think about it, but even we shall die someday. Like Prometheus's torch, it kindles within me the fire to create as much art as I can. With the time that I have.
It sounds like you've done a lot of paintings of Gilda. Why her?
Our Gilda is a very singular creature. I have never met another who clings to life so tenaciously. Who lives so in the moment.
You're still in love with Gilda, aren't you?
So what if I am? What business is it of yours? She deserves someone who truly understands her ephemeral beauty.
Uh-huh. I think you're the murderer. You used Keith's bat to frame him, and left a trail of paint so we would
Oh, and what motive would I have?
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be you.
No, Detective. I do not need to go throwing around empty accusations as you do.
Never mind.
Indeed. Perhaps you should rethink your accusations.
Protect and serve.
Hello, Mr. Whiskers. Who's a pretty kitty?
Juliana, Mr. Whiskers died last month.
A bomb
This
could
is
go off in this
Fluffy.
place and no one would be the wiser.
Oh, of course.
silly me. Just let me have a look at the neural interface matrix, and I'm sure I can clear that,
No. No, it's not that. I've just caught another cold. Probably something that got in when they sent Pearl out.
Oh, God. Not this again. Last month you were convinced you had the measles.
You're not a doctor. What would you even know about it? Besides, I think it may be malaria.
First of all, I am a doctor.
Yes, but not a real doctor. Robotics isn't an actual medical degree.
Secondly, I've told you time and again, you can't get sick inside the suit. It's not physically possible.
I know when I'm getting sick, Bert. Now why don't you just wander off and play in your lab? Mr. Scruffy and I are going to rewrite the will, so he will get everything when I die because horrible Bert didn't believe me.
Oh, God, Juliana.
Have fun,
Whatever.
dear.
I'm going to the lab. Hello, Detective. Did you need something?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm a scientist. You've probably met my wife, Juliana, already. Not sure what else to say, really. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I heard that Juliana and Ezra had an argument a few days before he was found dead. Tell me about that.
Well, I was in my lab at the time, so I didn't hear it. But Juliana has always been rather critical of Mr. Parker. I think she found something in the overseer's office. I wasn't listening when she told me about it. I kind of had my head in my research. I don't know, really. I try to let her handle all the money stuff. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Tell me about your research.
Well, I was one of the leads on the team that created the first robo-brains, the precursors to our model. Most people don't find it all that interesting, and I'd rather not bore you. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
I'd like to hear more about your research.
Oh, wonderful. No one else here really wants to talk about it. Functionally, this model is more or less the same as the previous versions I worked on, but without the neural inhibitor and the reconditioning. The voice modulator seems to have some minor issues interfacing with the neural matrix, which can add some moodiness. But that's easily solved with regular tune-ups. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Robo-brains have a voice modulator. Tell me about that.
That's what allows us to recreate our original voices. They can mimic any normal human voice, actually. I've speculated for some time that the issues we had with our recruited subjects is due to the brain attempting to preserve a sense of self. Maintaining our original voices helps reinforce the neural network, sort of like playing music for an Alzheimer patient. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
Oh, well, that's not really my field of expertise, but I'm sure there are probably some clues at the crime scene. Oh, was there something else, Detective?
Never mind.
Very well. I'll just get back to my work then.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Juliana Riggs, heiress to the Riggs fortune and wife of Bert Riggs. I'm not sure what else you expected, Detective.
Did you have any thoughts about the murder?
If you ask me, it's one of those actors. Or that horrible painter. Their type is always the cause of violence.
I heard you had a big fight with Ezra a few days ago. Care to explain?
Oh, well, it wasn't that big a deal, really. He wanted more money to pay for repairs on the hotel. I wasn't feeling well that day and lashed out a bit at the poor man. I really should have listened to him more.
What's with all the junk in here?
These are our things. We're just waiting till the war blows over so we can bring them back to the mansion.
Never mind.
Good luck catching the murderer, Detective. Hello again, Detective. Here for my acting stories, I assume.
Tell me something.
Sure, darling.
Apparently, Juliana had a big argument with Ezra a few days before he died. Did you happen to overhear any of the conversation?
Oh, yes. I haven't seen a woman go off like that since Teresa Dubois fired her costume designer. But to get back to your question, it was fever pitch, Detective. She had apparently gone to the Overseer's office to check on the state of things and found it in horrible disrepair. But, and this is where it gets interesting, it sounded like she found something that really set her off. Couldn't hear what, though. Did you need something else?
Never mind.
I'll be around, languishing from your inattention.
You think anyone actually felt like they were at the beach in here? Yeah, me neither.
Sweet.
Progress on construction.
Sounds like Ezra was embezzling from his investors.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled.
Who do you think
Hello again,
actually won the
Detective.
war?
Was there anything else?
Nobody, I guess.
The door...
Oh, yes. Mr. Parker locked it a while back, after finding out that one of the other residents had been inside. Said it wasn't safe. If the key isn't on him, it's probably in Mr. Park.
Sure.
Was there anything else?
Never mind.
I'll be here, should you need me.
Hey,
Hey.
there's something you need? Any chance you got a second now?
Can we talk about this later?
Yeah, not a problem.
My fellow connoisseur of the art, here to see my Good.
Hello, Detective. Did you have a question about the heinous murder?
I found some evidence that Ezra was embezzling from you and the other investors.
Oh, well, I really don't believe that. Mr. Parker wouldn't do such a thing, I'm sure.
I think you're the real murderer.
That's just silly, Detective. Why would I want to kill Mr. Parker?
Maybe you could give me a reason it couldn't be you.
I'm sick all the time, Detective. I don't have the strength to do such a thing.
Ezra was embezzling your money. That's why you killed him and framed Keith.
You were so close, Detective.
It's a shame. I thought I could keep the ruse going a little longer. Oh, well. Had to end eventually, I suppose. This doesn't have to end in more violence, Detective. Just walk away. I'll leave, and you can tell them I escaped.
Ezra? You're alive.
Well, congratulations on catching up, Detective. Yes, I've been masquerading as Juliana for some time now.
What's it going to be, Detective? Join me in getting rich? Or die defending some outdated ideals?
Why did you kill Juliana?
I hadn't planned on it, but Juliana figured out what I was doing and had to be dealt with swiftly. I thought I could get a bit more money out of this place before making my escape.
Well, how is this going to go down?
Not a chance. Your murder spree stops here.
Then let us end this.
Now you got a problem.
Did good. Hey, toss anything you can't haul my way.
I found the killer. It was Ezra. He killed Juliana and took her place to hide his tracks.
My word! I never thought Mr. Parker was capable of something like this. What happened when you confronted him?
He attacked me, but it's over now. Your residents are safe.
There you are, Detective. Payment for your services and a bonus for uncovering such a heinous plot. I don't think we could have done it without you.
Something sounded exciting, Detective. Something sounded exciting, Detective.
That was quite the commotion. Did you need something, Detective? Looking for a gift to bring back to that special someone?
What have you got?
Keepsakes, hunting equipment, and a variety of small
Uh-huh.
Need to restock?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Something for everyone.
What was all that commotion? What was all that commotion?
Protect and serve.
Hello there.
Hey.
Go on.
Hey, Valentine.
Any chance you got a second now?
You all right, Nick?
I wouldn't normally bother you with this sort of thing, but, well, I know I can trust you at this point. For as long as I can remember, I've been getting these, flashes. Memories of places I've never been. Things I've never seen. Memories of Nicks. They're not bad, they're just this inescapable reminder that I'm not the person I think I am. That I'm not a person at all. I'm just a machine, pretending to be human.
What kind of memories?
Everything. Old cases, old loves. I found myself running background on cases only to realize everyone involved's been dead for 200 years. Don't get me wrong, I know I'm in Nick's debt. These memories, they've kept me alive. Nick was a hell of a cop. A guy with good instincts and a good heart. I always counted myself lucky they didn't load me up with some ex-con, or whatever type might volunteer to let folks tinker with their gray matter. But it's thanks to Nick that I pass for human. Why I get to live cushy in Diamond City, and every other synth is shot on sight. I know I got it good, but my entire life I owe to Nick. Everything that makes me who I am. My judgment, my speech, hell, even my name. They're his. And I can't do a damn thing about it, because without them, I'm nothing. A shell. All I want is a life where I have something I can call my own.
Is there any way we could separate you and Nick?
Don't think I haven't tried. Lost near a month of my life last time I mustered up the courage to let someone play brain surgeon on me. No. This is how it's gonna be. Living with another man's name, another man's life.
You've already built a life for yourself, Nick. You've got the agency, a home, friends.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. You know, I'm just gonna need some time to think on this. I appreciate you hearing me out. You're a real good friend. Thanks.
Hey.
You know, there is this chunk of Nick Valentine history I've been hoping to put a bow on for a while now. I could use a hand if you're willing to take a crack at it.
What kind of history are we talking here?
Well, this one's straight out of the archives. Once upon a time, in the land of Boston, there lived a king of organized crime, Eddie Winter. He was a bad man who did a lot of bad things, hurt a lot of innocent people. But he knew the end was coming, so he sealed himself inside a personal shelter, located underneath a sub-shop he used as a headquarters.
There's more to this, isn't there?
The story gets even more twisted. The arrogant bastard wanted to cheat death, live forever, so he could come out of that shelter someday into this brave new world. Sound familiar? Only Eddie didn't want to be a frozen banana. No cryo sleep for him, no. He invested his money in some sick, crazy radiation experiment.
You don't mean to tell me he used that radiation to...
That's right. Eddie Winter went and turned himself into a ghoul, 200 years before it was fashionable. Hell, he was probably the first one. And I'm convinced that he's still locked inside that shelter, safe and sound, ready to come out and begin his evil reign all over again. I'm gonna find him and kill him, so that never happens. You in?
I don't get it, Nick. Why kill Eddie Winter, even if he is still alive? This sounds like some kind of vendetta.
I've got memories of a girl. My girl. They're not really my memories, I know that. They're Nick's. But the girl, she was real. She was beautiful and innocent, and Winter killed her. Now he's got to pay the price. So, knowing that, Are you in?
All right, Nick. Let's get the bad guy.
You're a good man. Now, I know where Winter's vault is, but the door is sealed with a complex numerical code. Lucky for us, Winter's arrogance knew no bounds. Back in the day, he recorded 10 holotapes, incriminating different criminal associates. On each one, he hit a single number. We find all of those holotapes, we get all the numbers. We get all the numbers, we get the code. And then we get Winter. I've been putting together a file on this one for a while now. There's a pair of holotapes in here worth listening to, including one of Winter's that I managed to snatch from the Cambridge Police evidence lockup before getting swarmed by ferals. My gut tells me the Boston Police evidence terminals are the key to cracking this one. It's probably worth paying a visit to any of the departments you might have stumbled across.
Heads up.
What's the plan? How are we doing on the hunt for Eddie's tapes?
What was it we were looking for again?
10 tapes recorded by that hooligan Eddie Winter. Word is, they got stashed in police departments around the Commonwealth. When you find them all, you bring them to me.
Still searching for them.
Just let me know when you manage to get your hands on them.
Heads up.
I'm all ears.